First day of spring, my ass. Friggin' yesterday it was like 2 degrees Celsius out and sunny as frig and warm and looked like everything was melting, and I just put salt down on the sidewalk to get all that ice destroyed, and fuck, today can't even tell. Mind you, last year around this time this happened too, so I remember I was over at my parents' house. It was also on a weekend, on a Sunday, and I took a picture out the backyard at the shed at my parents' house, and it was all like covered in snow. I think I even vlogged it. And I was like, yeah, first day of spring, look, you can tell. It was last year around this time when that video went up. That's how much I know, for sure. But, holy fuck, boys. I didn't get much sleep last night. Had a whore of a time falling asleep. And got about 4 hours and 38 minutes. According to the old Samsung Galaxy Gear here, it basically measures your sleeping patterns based on movement, and because like somebody who's fast asleep, they don't move. You might roll over for comfort, but normally you don't move that much. So out of the 5 hours I attempted, I got 4 hours and 34 minutes with 0 snoring, which is weird because I remember my ex always said, "Oh my God, you snore so loudly, you snore so loudly." But I remember I could never get to sleep because she snored so loudly, so I wonder if her own snores were what she was hearing, and she just blamed me for it. I don't know, but whatever. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Because according to my freaking wristwatch, I don't snore. So I better get out there. I fired up the car. I'm thinking about going to friggin' Subway and seeing if they have those breakfast sandies in, because I could probably use one this morning. Holy shit, boys. Probably shouldn't have got into all those beers last night either, frig sakes. Feeling like a train wreck today. But I'm mobile and I'm still up and I'm still going to work, so get off my fucking dick. Alrighty, well, it's friggin' 11:30. I don't even know if you can see that, but let's get the frig out of here and get off to work. Like there was a lot of snow that came down last night. Okay, so I made it to Subway. The roads are fucked. Holy shit. Watching all-wheel drive vehicles driving around like they're friggin' rear-wheel drive. Friggin' hilarious. Nobody can drive in this town. It's priceless. Thank God there's not a lot of traffic on the road. Everybody's still at home sleeping. I'm going to get a Subway, talk to you guys in a bit. So that really literally consumed up a lot of my time. I got here for, it was 10 minutes in there. And there was only 2 customers ahead of me. They got the slow crew working. Fuck's sakes, I hate the slow crew. You watch them put the cold cuts on the bread and it's like they're just, they fucking take their time. Like, bang it out, let's go. Got things, but anyway, let's get off to work. Figured frag it. We'll film the rest of the drive. And it's pretty brutal out there though. It's pretty brutal. I don't even know where the road is. Like half the time, people are driving in the freaking wrong lane on the, not the highway, but this road here that we're going on here, Fisher. It happened on my way down. Like, look at this. The plows are, it's like all the plow dicks are freaking gone to Cuba for spring break or something. Wasn't expecting a snow squall. Didn't even mention this on my Weather Network app on my phone. Like, this is like a surprise, winter's back, you know? Spring's all like, trick doing things. Frig sakes. Stupid spring. Son of a bitch. But, yeah. Weather can go totally eat a bag of dicks. Not even a flaccid one. Did you guys see that? I put it up on the Facebook fan page. You can now order a bag of dicks. Yep. There's a company called Dicks in Mail. Or Dicks in the Mail or something like that anyway. Links on the Facebook fan page. For $15, you can anonymously send somebody a bag of gummy dicks. I shit you not. It's a freaking bag of gummy bear dicks. Like, I was honestly thinking about sending Pug One some because I'd like to watch friggin' him and Buddy Van Doodle sit there on the THC and totally suck back a bag of dicks. It'd be hilarious if a bunch of us did it and they got a crate of dicks. That's when your Dick Award receiving skills go up like tenfold. Congratulations, you've won a crate of dicks. Yeah, like yesterday I was all excited because my driveway was like almost clear and Trans Am was getting there and everything was great and blah blah blah, and it's like then nah. And Dad would just say, oh, you know what they say, new snow to melt the old snow, and you better fucking be turning, you son of a bitch. Fuck, I hate when people do that. They get to that corner and it's like the left lane at the end of Fisher is a turning lane. And if you're going straight, you're supposed to be in the right lane. But people don't care. They'll be in the left lane and blast right through. Now somebody in the right lane, you've seen all those cars parked back there. Somebody in the right lane would just go freaking plowing through those cars. Because you wouldn't be able to push over because people don't know how to drive in this town. And people don't use their signal lights in this town either. So you don't know half the time if they're turning or anything. You just gotta wait for them to make their move before you make yours. It's freaking ridiculous. Oh, they gotta really fix that. You know what? That's not even gonna be my problem much longer. Not even gonna be my freaking problem. That point where you can't tell where the entrance to the parking lot is, or even where the parking lot ends, because of all this freaking white shit. Son of a bitch. Anyway, thanks to the incredibly quick staff over at friggin' Subway, I only have 5 minutes before I gotta be on the clock, so I better pick myself up, get in there, and freaking punch in and deal with idiots. Talk to you guys when I talk to you guys next. Holy frig, guys, am I ever tired. It's 2:30 now. I've been here for 2.5 hours. Fucking boss came in today, that was weird. Freaking hangs out in the office for 2 hours. I'm like, if you're here, why don't you take calls and let me come in 4 to midnight? I'm like, why the fuck am I working? You should be working this then. Oh, I just came in for a quick second. 2 hours later. Okay, I'm out. Okay, bud. Fuck off. We got things. Like, Jesus. Tells me to come in. Meanwhile, he could have easily done the job. It made my life a lot easier instead of getting up at fucking 10 to be here for noon. So I was thinking tonight about maybe, I don't know. I was thinking about cooking steak, but I think I might just go right home after work and go to fucking bed. I'm beat unless I get a couple hours sleep in this place. It's pretty busy when I came in though. Fucking people calling like crazy about stupid stuff like, I can't get my wireless router to work, or one person's like, I bought a router and an iPad and I can't get it to work, and I'm like, you got to configure the router. Okay, how do I do that? I'm like, you got to hook it up to your computer. Oh, all I have is an iPad. And it's like, then you're fucked. Thanks for coming out, GG. You know, take it back to friggin' Staples where you bought it and see if they'll configure it for you or something. Freak sakes. Like, I'm pretty sure on router boxes it says right on them, requires PC for configuration. I could be wrong, but I know the Apple AirPorts, you can probably configure them through iPad. But like a D-Link or a Linksys or a Netgear or an Asus, forget it. You're on your own, you know what I'm saying? The boys want me to play Grand Theft Auto tonight, but I am just too fucking tired for that nonsense. I ain't got time for that. They already beat the bank heist that we couldn't do due to lack of friggin' good players. But they managed to pull it off, and they got the new Nitro bike. I friggin' want that bike big times. When you get that thing all souped up, let me tell you, she goes like snot, and then you tap the horn button, fucking nitrous kicks in. Gotta love that kind. Who doesn't want nitrous on a motorbike? Yeah. So not much longer, and people are gonna have to get their ice shacks off the lake. Like, if the weather stays the way it is right now, it's like +5 out. The weather completely flip-flopped in the 2 hours I've been to work. So if the weather stays like this, they're not gonna have to get them off the lake, because they're gonna bust through the ice and go to the bottom. Freaking Davy Jones locker time, you know what I'm saying? I got a fucking water spot right there on the lens. I can see it. And my finger looked orange like I was eating cheesies. It's not though. It's just this awesome camera's white balancing. Fuck's sakes. Well, I wish I was filming that. There was a huge icicle up there. It just fell down and smashed right into the friggin' HVAC. Like, put a good friggin' all there was baboonk. And I'm like, what was that? Took out the tall one there. Well, didn't take it out. It just banged it really hard. How much you want to bet on Monday there's a guy here when we come into work kneeling behind it fixing it again? Oh, check it out, people. Looks like this order of motorcycle doors showed up. Yeah, they got all the motorcycle doors on that train. You can totally tell. And if you look way down there, look at that. Fuel for sailboats. Friggin' rights. Kind of funny, I saw a comment on one of my videos. Somebody says I baby talk. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's only 2 times I baby talk, you know? One when I'm talking to Oreo and Scampers, and 2 when I'm talking to your girlfriend. I guess people don't realize that we make these videos on YouTube to try to entertain people. They think we gotta be all serious and we can't, you know, play a character, or we gotta be all fucking strict like we're goddamn suits in a lawyer's office, you know, going to court every fucking day. I don't know. People are dicked. Freak sakes, just watch the video for what it is. Like it or dislike it and move along. Nothing to see here kind of like operation, but no. People gotta like start Facebook groups, anti-baby talker groups, and it's like, what are you fucking even going on about? If you have the time to make a group about that, you should have time to actually do something productive with your life. Or go finger fuck a light socket. One of those two. Speaking of Facebook groups and all that, just letting you guys know, if you were previously on my personal Facebook and you were deleted, don't be too offended. Bottom line is my personal Facebook, if I've never met you and I haven't chatted with you on Facebook, chances are I don't have a fucking clue who you are, and there's no reason for you to be on my Facebook. So that's why I removed you. That's basically it. So I don't accept friend requests from people I don't know. I know Pug1 does, and Rickham does, and Bloke does. And they all do it, and that's fine. But that's what I got the fan page for. You guys can go there and like it, and you want to send me a message, send to me that from there. And that works out better because personal Facebooks only allow 5,000 friends, and fan pages allow as many as you can get. Like, there's no limit. So that's why I have my Facebook fan page for the YouTube shit, and my personal fan page, or my first personal Facebook for my own personal shit. So if you've been deleted, don't be too butthurt. It's not because it's not because I hate you or anything. It's because I don't know who you are. Therefore, I didn't see a reason to have you on my Facebook. Simple, easy peasy. Anywho, I should head her back inside. Just came out here for a vape, look, you can tell. And, yeah, lunch is at 4:15, so fuck yeah. An hour and 30 minutes till lunchtime. Love that kind. Yep. Over halfway through the shift. Reason why I'm sitting in the car is it's windy as frig out right now, so didn't want to deal with that. Went over to the Hawk Shop on my lunch break. Was looking for other video games for the PlayStation that could be fun to play, but fucking kids, man. You go in there and the parents let their kids run around like little friggin' demons. And like, I'm trying to look at the PlayStation games and these kids are like fucking bumping into me, you know, being belligerent and stuff. Like, don't parents discipline kids? Oh yeah, they're not allowed because government said no. Apologize. Well, Bruce from head office is working with me now, so that's a bonus. The other guy was doing call dodging. See, with our phone system, if you don't want to receive calls, all you gotta do, and it's pretty simple, is you pick up a line, you hold it for 3 seconds and drop a line, and that puts you at the bottom of the queue. So if Bruce comes in today and he's like, was it busy today? And I go, yes, and the other guy that was working goes, no. And I'm thinking to myself, well, of course not, when you only did 2 fucking calls since I came in at noon, and I did 17, so yeah, it wasn't busy for you, you call dodging goof. The only reason why he did 2 is because we got a call when I was on the phone, so it automatically went to him. You know, one of those. And it's like, for fuck's sakes. And he does this shit all the time. That's why I hate working with him. That's why I'm glad he got put on day shifts, because fuck, man. When it was just me and him working nights, I'd do all the work and he'd sit there and play World of Tanks. Fucking drove me nuts. And he's one of the guys staying with the company. Mind you, that's fine, because I really don't want to stay with the company. Oh, big times. Sure, the pay is great and the work is easy, but it's really, really frustrating, and I'm fucking done with this kind of work. I'd rather work for a company where you can actually move up in the ladder and learn new skills and get better and become more of a useful individual than just sitting at a desk all day and talking to assholes about their fucking windows and getting reamed out because you refuse to fucking set up their routers because they don't know what they're doing and they don't want to pay someone to do it. They expect all services to be free. Sons of bitches. Yeah, I guess you could say I've been doing this job for about 13 years. No, I'd say 8 years too long. 8 years too long, yep. Just a little bit. I friggin' love it. I'm listening to the radio, right? And it's like the song ends and then it comes over to like the radio announcer and he's like, if you see a traffic accident, call this number. And he drops the number for the radio station. It's like, what, you want me to do that while I'm driving? That's highly illegal and could cause another accident. You're dumb. Or then they're like, or text us or email. Well, texting while driving, we already know where that lands here, right? And emailing is like texting while driving. See, I don't think it was a real big deal back in the day of cell phones before texting became a real big thing. Like calling somebody on the cell phone while driving. You know, it was like using a CB radio, which, by the way, they've outlawed now, eh? Did you hear about that nonsense? We'll talk about that in a minute. But, like texting while driving, like calling someone on the phone, holding the phone up to your head and driving one-handed and stuff, not a big deal. Or using a speakerphone and holding the phone like this while driving, not a big deal. You know, people with manual transmissions, or some of them, like my buddy used to be able to shift his fucking Golf with his leg. It was pretty crazy. He's got like a coffee in one hand, smoke in the other, steering with his knee, and shifting with his other knee. And I'm like, oh, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. And he's like, no, dude, I do this all the time. And I'm like, yeah, but we're gonna die. I don't feel really safe right now. You know, and then I'd be sitting there and I'd be like, dude, reaching over for the wheel to grab it and kind of level us off in case his knee slips and stuff, getting all nervous and shit. And he's like, dude, I got this. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to die because of your stunts. But, you know, talking on the cell phone wasn't a big deal. It's texting, right? Because you got to sit there and you got to like look at the phone while you're texting. Like some people will hold it up here on their steering wheel and be like driving like this. Well, now like, you know, a good chunk of your vision in front of you is gone with your cell phone. Let me grab my phone and just show you, just for instance, like this is what you see while you're driving. You're like texting and this is what you would see. So like there's a good chunk of your vision missing. And if you bring your phone down here and you're looking down here, well, you're not looking at the road anymore. You're focusing on your text. So I can see the problem there. But like, you know, if you're driving and you're holding your phone and you're talking while driving, it wasn't a big deal. The cops didn't really care about it. Wasn't too many accidents. It was only when texting came into play that they started dropping these new laws about no cell phone and wireless equipment operating while driving. And they banned CB radios in cars, but truckers, what was it my lawyer told me? Truckers are gonna have, they got 5 years of grace before truckers got to find out what else to do. But that's never been a problem with truckers. Like a transport, they usually don't pick up the CB radio. Well, I've never seen them ever use the CB radio within the city when they're delivering their cargo. It's usually on the highways when they're just broadcasting to find out what's coming up. Like if there's, especially in the winter, right? Because when you're leaving North Bay, there's an area just south of us, Trout Creek area. We call it the Snow Valley. The weather there is nothing like the weather here. It's like in Minecraft, like you're crossing through a desert biome into a friggin' snow biome. And then it's like bullshit. So the truckers will radio up and be like, so how is the Snow Valley? Is it clear? And they'll get an echo back saying, oh yeah, buddy, it's all clear. Watch out for friggin' city kitties and, you know, cops. Or the one I liked was when I had my, I got one of those, I showed you guys it a couple times. It's a old Radio Shack. Runs on like 4,000 AA batteries. CB radio, portable jobby. And I used it 1 year when I went to Stratford. I used the cigarette butt plug-in there, the 12 volt rail plug-in. You know, I used it to go to Stratford to go visit my friends. They had a farm out on line 10. Or line 25. Line 25 it was, sorry. So I'm just listening to them talk away and fuck, man. One guy echoes up and he's like, just clearing Huntsville. How's the 2-lane blacktop up ahead? And somebody's like, be cautious. We got bears all over the road. And I'm thinking, holy fuck, man, the wildlife's on the road? What the hell are bears doing on the road? He wasn't talking about bears. He meant cops. Smokey. I was like, frig sakes. You guys call cops bears? That's awesome. And yeah, I got into a little street race. That was my old friggin' manual transmission Focus, the 2-liter split port. And I got into it with a fucking neon. And it was funny, we're on the 401 at the 3-lane part. Just after Milton, where the traffic jams stop and they speak and pick up. And we're dicking around like we're fucking racing and stuff. And we came up and there was a transport in front of us in the middle lane. And then it was open on this lane and this lane. Well, I ducked over to this lane and it was clear and I blew through. In this lane, there was a transport further up that we couldn't see because of the transport that was there. It just made like a wall. So he went right, I went left, I blew past, he got stuck behind the other transport, and all I hear over the CB radio is, oh, looks like the little green lunchbox wins against this silver friggin' lunchbox. Then you hear somebody else echo up and goes, yeah, but did you see the seat cover in the silver lunchbox? Wow, what a beaut. And I'm thinking, seat covers? Why are they looking at seat covers? They were talking about Buddy's girlfriend riding shotgun. They called her a seat cover. That is fucking hilarious, man. You truckers got some of the best CV lingo out there. I'd love to learn that shit, because you know what? That needs to be used more often every day. Fucking brilliant stuff. But anyway, it's almost 5 o'clock. I gotta get back inside. I got 3 hours left of this bullshit, and then I get to go home, so that's right on. I'm tired as all fuck. I got like 3 hours of sleep last night. Just couldn't get to bed. Bullshit. But, oh, just had chills. Anyway, on that note, I'm gonna go head her back inside and carry on with this nonsense. Holy fuck, man. That guy's just cruising in his old, what is that, a Caprice? Looks like a Caprice. Could be a Molds. Could be a Moldmobile, I don't know. Fucking nice. But anyway, I'm gonna head her in. Talk to you guys at 8 when I get out of this dump. Later, yo. Why the fuck did I just slap my chest with the camera? I'm not shutting down. Oh, hey guys, it's 6:45, almost 7. One more hour to go, thank God. Poor Bruce just got big time Kijiji'd, maybe. working on a fix for it now, but his iPad, his old iPad 2nd gen, it was stolen from him pretty much by his ex-roommates, and he went on Kijiji today there, and there was a guy selling an iPad 2nd gen for $125 or something like that. I think it was 150 bucks. Anyway, so he contacted the guy, and he was like, all right, I'll take it. So he gets the iPad, comes into work, and he said it was working at the location, comes into work, fucking turns it on. Son of a bitch, it's disabled. Fucking arsehole went and called it in and had her shut down. My iPad got stolen. This is what I hate about Apple. It's what I hate and what I love about Apple. Because look at how many people get their iPads and iPhones and all that stolen for reals, you know? So like if your iPhone 6 or whatever gets stolen, they can remote kill it so nobody can like sit there and rack up your phone bill and shit, right? That's kind of a good feature. What I don't like about it is you could sell your iPad on Kijiji, and then when Buddy gets it 3 months down the road, you say it got stolen, and if Buddy never registered it with his Apple ID and removed yours, then basically they're locking out that iPad. It's fucked. So now what he needs to do is find out where Buddy bought it and get the information from the eBay dick. And like apparently what it was Buddy bought it off of eBay, used it for a bit, didn't like Apple, bought a Samsung. Bruce bought it off of Buddy for a bill of $50. Now he needs to find out where Dickhead got it off of eBay so he can contact that guy and say, why the fuck is it bricked, you know? Just a big mess up, and it's like ridiculous. And this is the problem with buying used Apple equipment, though. You got to be careful, man. I know too many people who bought phones from like the Hawk Shop or Kijiji or eBay. They get their iPhone off of there, get it home, it works fine for 2 days, and all of a sudden your device has been disabled or your device is locked by Apple. You call Apple and it's like, yeah, this device was reported stolen. It's like, fuck, I bought it off eBay, yo. It's just brutal. Like, that's my love-hate relationship with Apple right there in a semi-nutshell. My other love-hate relationship is their stupid idea to solder RAM onto the motherboard of a computer. That's fucking dumb and ignorant. That's actually really ignorant. Not giving people the rights to upgrade their computer without spending $200 on 8 gigs of RAM. Fucking jackasses. So, that's what Bruce and I have been doing tonight. Trying to friggin' debunk that iPad 2. It's a nice one. It's clean. The screen ain't cracked like every other Apple device you see out there. And 64 friggin' gigs of storage. That was an expensive piece back in the day. Maybe it's still an expensive piece. I don't know. Not a big fan of iPad. Right now, my iPad's at home, turned off, tucked between 2 tables. Yup. Super don't use it. I ain't got no time for iPad. That's a fucking kid's toy. iPhones, those are kids' toys. iPods, those are kids' toys, you know? Android, you can pretty much use it like a personal computer and do stuff with it. You can edit video. Well, you can do that with iTunes, with Apple too, but, you know, you can't really plug your iPhone into your computer and use it as a pen drive like I can do with my Android. You know, it's so much easier to put movies on my Android tablets than it is on my friggin' iPad, that's for sure. You know, plug it into the computer, drag video over, done. On friggin' iTunes, or on Apple, plug it into the computer, turn on iTunes, drag all your videos in there, let them compress, let them slowly upload to the iPad, and done. 8 hours later. You know, it's ridiculous. Not a big fan of the iPads. If Apple would have done it right the first time and put Mac OS onto them, fuck yeah, that'd been sweet. And it looks like they want to try and do that, so we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, people, this is my last break. Get to go home soon. Fuck yeah, so anxious. So we'll talk later. Peace out. Oh yeah, friggin' done with this shit show. Let's go home. Bruce is still having fun trying to get that iPad debricked. He installed some program on his computer called Dual Key or Dual C. It's basically iCloud spelled backwards. And it's supposed to like fix the nonsense and bullshit of Apple's breaking the nonsense and I don't know. He's gonna fuck around with that tonight, probably lose his mind, rip all of his hair out, and then choke slam the iPad and be done with it, but yeah, fun stuff. Anyway, let's burn ass home. The reason why I say that is I had some chip and dip, and the dip is making me farty. Alrighty, I'm home. I made it. Look, you can tell. Anyway, don't you just hate it when you contact someone on Kijiji for an item, and they don't get back to you? The item was posted like 2 hours ago. You think they would be checking their emails. Literally, I found a computer that's going for cheap because it's missing a hard drive, which I have one here, and it needs RAM, which I have some here. I could literally take this computer, buy it off Buddy, fix it up, and dump it for 3 times the price he's asking, and make some coin off this fucking thing. I have a feeling I'm getting Kijiji'd, boys. That there is no computer. There is no computer to buy. Getting fucking Kijiji'd big times. This is also the reason why I hate posts on Kijiji, where it says posted from my Android or posted from iOS Kijiji, and there's no pictures of the item. It's like, what? Every Android phone on the market today has 2 cameras onto it, one in the back and one in the front. Same goes for the Apples, you know, unless you got a dirty old iPhone 1st gen, which if you do, kudos for having it still run, I guess. But there's no reason for you not to post a damn picture of your item so we know what the hell it is. So that's another reason why I'm thinking Kijiji. But I guess we'll wait and see. Maybe he'll get back to me, maybe he won't. Luckily my watch goes off if I get emails, so that's fucking cool. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I was thinking about having a couple beers. Maybe. Fucking tired as shit though. Definitely having a shower. Probably going to go to bed. Probably. Well, I think what I'm going to do is what I did last night. Go and barbecue some food. Quite possibly pet the kitty. She likes that kind. Look at her. She's so stupid. And yeah, we're going to throw some carrots into the steamer. Head out to the garage and barbecue up a steak. Alrighty, carrots are in there. Steamer's on. It's funny, I gave Oreo a carrot. Every time I grab a bag of carrots, he always wants one. He loves carrots. I give him a carrot, it's in his mouth. She gets in front of him, knocks it out of his face, goes to bite it, realizes it's not meat, drops it. Now Oreo's just eating it because she doesn't like carrots. But she's got to go and inspect to make sure there's not a cookie in there too, because if there is, she's going to fucking fight him for it, like big times. Big times fight him for the carrot. Silly animals. For God's sakes, enter the snowdrifts, eh? Good thing I got this thing all freed up last night. Check for mice, because you know those little fuckers like to get in there. I don't see any. Well, just want me to check for them. Fire up the barbecue. Oh yeah, bud, she's just burning like a bitch, eh? You know, after watching Pug One's movie last night and seeing the yellow U Dizzy bike as he calls it, I don't think his bike and my bikes are the same. He showed afterwards how the seat was torn off of it. It almost looked like the back end on his came up really high. So, and like mine doesn't do that. The back end of my seats aren't really that high compared to his. So I wonder if he has a different type of Baja Mini than what I have and what Adrian has. Because Adrian and I, we both have that red one. That's what we have right there is the red one. And the black one, the only difference is this is the Warrior, that's the Heat. The only difference between these two is this one here is all solid black. It's the only option that you can get all solid black in. The Heat, you can get it in red and I think gray. Oh, dick. But yeah, so that's what I've gathered anyway. As far as the parts go, they're the same. But oh, freak sakes, I think Pug One's was modified a bit. Maybe you Dizzy did some extra work to it. I don't know. I watched the videos and just looked like he basically tore the frame down, cleaned it up, and put it all back together, and got a motor all tuned up, and you know, just banged it all out, and away she goes. But looking at it when he had the seat off, it didn't look like mine. Now I question if his seat broke like the way, was it Black Bike or Red? One of these bikes anyway. You remember the seat broke, the plastic that holds the bolt on. And I made that video how to fix your seat. And I did it using that fiberglass tape and goop and all that shit. Like just the same way I fixed the chain cover there. Same techniques. So I wonder if that's what he did, was he ripped the bolt clean off and broke the mounting on the back of the seat. 'Cause if he did, that's easy to fix. Fuck. You know, there's so many ways you can do it. I just filled it with a bunch of goop and it's holding on for dear life. So bonus. Well, it held on for Adrian because he drove that bike hard, swamped her twice. I think maybe 3 times, dumped her a couple times, and fuck, she's still hanging on for dear life on the seat side. So I'd say I did a good job. But here's my meat. Check out my meat. Totally cooking. Shouldn't have had that open like that. I let all my heat out. Freak sakes. So we'll just put a little bit more heat to her. But oh fuck, I was thinking today. I'm like, oh, maybe today if it's nice out, I'll jump on the bikes and give her, you know. But frig, got to work at noon, so I get up at 10. Go in for noon, come off at 8. It's already dark out. Neither one of these have a working headlight. And the backyard just got snowed in again. So you already seen how well these things work in the snow when you watched Adrian play on them in the winter there, and he fucking took a couple headers to the ground. So they're not really snow worthy or mud worthy. They're good on trails, just as long as they're clean. Ha! Hurry up and cook meat, I'm hungry. Alrighty, beer is drank, steak is done. Let's go in the house and get some carrots and eat. Meat and veg. Can't go wrong with that, probably. Frig yeah, this is gonna be delicious. Anyway guys, I'm freaking tired. I'm gonna go have a shower and go to bed. I'm fucking beat, so I'm calling her quits for tonight. So big time thanks for watching my video. Sorry for the ranting earlier, it happens. Just cranky as fuck when I don't get enough sleep. Jesus. So that's why I'm going to bed early tonight and gonna wake up and feel good tomorrow. And then we'll carry on with nonsense. So thanks for watching my video. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, click the like button. Questions, comments, concerns, stove them down below. And until next time, people, keep on vlogging.